They're incredible. What they wrote and what they put together here is a masterpiece. It's a marvel.
What if you could see how legendary black celebrity fathers and their sons measured up at the same age? From superstar athletes to music stars, their journeys reveal unexpected twists, striking similarities, and bold differences. Let's look into the lives of 40-plus fabulous duos as we discover their legacies, challenges, and triumphs across generations. Let's get started. Number 45, Michael Jordan and Marcus Jordan. At 23 years old, Michael Jordan, often called the greatest basketball player ever, was already dominating the NBA. The Chicago Bulls produced him in 1984. His incredible speed, agility, and well-known slam dunks started to change basketball's history. At 23, Michael was not just an athlete, he was also becoming a famous figure with a strong drive to succeed. Every game he played helped him become the global star he is today. Marcus Jordan faced challenges because of his father's fame. Marcus has shown moments of great talent, but he never reached the same level of fame he had while playing college hoops at the University of Central Florida. He stopped playing hoops and focused on business and marketing instead. Marcus runs Trophy Room, a successful sneaker company, following in his father's successful footsteps. Next up, we discover how Tracy Morgan and his son share laughter and life lessons through generations. Number 44, Tracy Morgan and Tracy Morgan Jr. Tracy Morgan, known for his jokes, grew up in the less developed parts of Brooklyn. At 18 years old, he faced tough times after losing his father, so he used humor to help him feel better. He was noticeable from the start because of his friendly attitude and talent for making people laugh. Even though he wasn't famous yet, he had the drive that would eventually make Saturday Night Live and 30 Rock popular shows. Tracy Morgan Jr. was greatly affected by his father's fame as he was growing up. He mentions how he enjoys his dad's charm and playful nature. At 18, Tracy Jr. manages to balance his personal dreams with what others expect from him. He frequently goes to red carpet events and shows some of his dad's sense of humor, which makes people curious if he will join the entertainment industry himself. Let's move on to Cedric the Entertainer and Croy Kyles, who combine family legacy with fresh creativity. Number 43, Cedric the Entertainer and Croy Kyles. At 20, Cedric the Entertainer was starting his comedy career by performing at student events and small clubs. His quick thought and ability to connect with everyday life allowed him to become a rising star. Although he didn't achieve success in popular shows and movies at first, Cedric's love for comedy became clear and set him up for a successful career later. Despite having a famous father, Croy Kyles, who is 20 years old, is creating his own path in life. While Cedric began his work early and put in a lot of effort, Croy is focused on acting, singing, and social media, showing off his unique style. Popular online for his charm and humor, Croy says he wants to continue that tradition in his own special way. Shift to Cuba Gooding Jr. and Mason Gooding, who redefine acting across generations. Number 42, Cuba Gooding Jr. and Mason Gooding. Cuba Gooding Jr. was 24 years old and had a lot of talent when he first appeared in Boys in the Hood. He worked hard to make a name for himself in Hollywood while growing up in the Bronx. His genuine attempts set him apart and led him to an Academy Award for Jerry Maguire, starting a successful career. A 24-year-old celebrity, excited about telling stories, was still growing in his job. Mason Gooding is building his own presence in Hollywood at the age of 24. Mason adds a modern touch to his roles in Booksmart and Love, along with the charm he got from his father. While Mason follows a fresh trend in narrative by taking humorous and relevant parts, Cuba started his career in major tragedies. Next up, Wesley Snipes and Akhenaton Kiwati Snipes. Number 41, Wesley Snipes and Akhenaton Kiwati Snipes. Wesley Snipes began working on his acting and martial arts skills when he was 20 years old. He grew up in New York City and wanted everything to be perfect. He used his strong physical skills and passion for storytelling while in acting school. The mix of skills made him a star in action movies like Blade and New Jack City. Akhenaton Kiwa T. Snipes, Wesley's son, has decided to live a quieter life. At 20, he likes to be alone and looks for hobbies outside of Hollywood. Wesley is gaining popularity, but Akhenaton prefers to stay out of the spotlight. Let's move forward to uncover more father-son dynamics shaping entertainment. Number 40, Lawrence Fishburne and Langston Fishburne. Lawrence Fishburne was already a famous person in Hollywood by the age of 30. He is known for his strong personality and ability to adapt. He acted in great movies like Apocalypse Now and Boys in the Hood. He was dedicated to his work and brought depth to every role he played, making him one of the most respected performers of his time. Langston Fishburne, Lawrence's son, has gone down another path in Hollywood. At 30, he works at his own pace to build his company and focuses on smaller, individual tasks. Lawrence's career was greatly shaped by big movies, while Langston's work shows a quieter and more artistic dedication. Next up, we discover Terrence Howard and Hunter Howard. Number 39, Terrence Howard and Hunter Howard. At 29, Terrence Howard was gaining popularity in Hollywood with his strong and heartfelt performances. His roles in movies like Dead Presidents and Mr. Holland's Opus showed us his talent and hinted at the star that he would become later. His rise was marked by determination and a focus on telling great stories. Terrence's son, Hunter Howard, has decided to live a quieter life. Hunter, 29, prefers artistic activities like music and starting businesses more than acting. Hunter is creating his own personality away from fame while Terrence's acting career has grown. Shift now to Taye Diggs and Walker Nathaniel Diggs. Number 38, Taye Diggs and Walker Nathaniel Diggs. At 15, Taye Diggs was a creative teenager passionate about theater. He grew up in Rochester, New York, where a supportive family encouraged his interest in arts. Without realizing it, he was starting a successful career in movies like Rent and How Stella Got Her Groove Back by participating in school plays and neighborhood theaters. Walker is 15 and is growing up with opportunities that his father, Taye, didn't have. This is Nathaniel Diggs, Taye's son. Walker often draws inspiration from talented parents like Taye Diggs and Idina Menzel. Even though he hasn't begun acting yet, his excitement shows that he has a bright future ahead. Taye's close friendship with his son shows how proud he is of him. Let's move to Blair Underwood and Blake Underwood. Number 37, Blair Underwood and Blake Underwood. After finishing acting school at Carnegie Mellon University, 22-year-old Blair Underwood was prepared to start his career in Hollywood. At first, he demonstrated his determination to succeed by attending auditions and taking on smaller parts. L.A. Law was his big break that made him a well-known figure, recognized for his intelligence and charm. Blake Underwood, 22, is exploring his own creative hobbies outside of acting. Blake is working hard on his own in music and filmmaking without relying on his father's fame. Shift to Montel Jordan and Schuyler Jordan. Number 36, Montel Jordan and Schuyler Jordan. Before becoming famous in R&B, Montel Jordan was a 21-year-old college student at Pepperdine University. Montel grew up in South Central Los Angeles, balancing his studies and singing until he had his big hit with the song This Is How We Do It. His charm and skill made him a star. Montel's son, Schuyler Jordan, has a creative drive similar to his father's, even if he expresses it in his own way. At 21, Schuyler focuses on music, church, and business, inspired by the teachings of Montel. Next up, more stories of fathers and sons finding their way. Number 35, Mekhi Phifer and Omekhi Phifer. By the time Mekhi Phifer was 25, he was already making a name for himself in Hollywood. He made a strong impression at just 19 years old in Spike Lee's movie Clockers, showing off his natural charm and playing skills. He quickly became famous. Mekhi's outstanding roles in I Still Know What You Did Last Summer and Soul Food helped establish him as a talented and versatile actor, boosting his career. Mekhi is well known for playing characters with strong emotions. He built his career through hard work and commitment, becoming a favorite on TV and in movies. Mackay's son, Mackay Pfeiffer, lives a quieter life. Unlike his father's rise to fame at 25, he has chosen to stay out of the spotlight. Mackay had high-pressure jobs with a lot of public attention, while Mackay focused on building his character in a quieter environment. Next up, Sterling K. Brown and Andrew Brown. Number 34, Sterling K. Brown and Andrew Brown. Sterling K. Brown, at age 13, was navigating life in St. Louis, Missouri, which was shaped by both opportunities and challenges from his youth. Losing his father when he was 10 years old changed his life and made him stronger. Sterling was focused and attentive early on, traits that would later help him get into Stanford University and NYU's Tisch School of the Arts. At 13, acting wasn't his main focus, but his interest and analytic skills hinted that he would do well in films like Black Panther and shows like This Is Us. Sterling's son, Andrew Brown, came from a very different family. At 13, he is influenced by his wealthy father, but remains humble because Sterling teaches the importance of humility and family values. Let's move on to Martin Lawrence and Jasmine Lawrence. Number 33, Martin Lawrence and Jasmine Lawrence. Martin Lawrence was at the peak of his comedy career when he was 24 years old. Martin, the famous show, became a worldwide hit because of its unique energy and humor. Martin was memorable in both TV and films, like House Party, because of his big personality and funny jokes. He was famous not just for making people laugh, but because he always worked hard to connect with his audience, making him one of the top comedians of the 1990s. Martin's 24-year-old daughter, Jasmine Lawrence, is working in the film industry. Jasmine acts in a quieter and softer way compared to her father's loud and funny style. Next up, Jamie Foxx and Corinne Foxx. Number 32, Jamie Foxx and Corinne Foxx. By the age of 25, Jamie Foxx became well known for his impressive acts on In Living Color. He was a one-of-a-kind talent because he could mimic sounds, create memorable characters, and add humor to every situation. Jamie was not just a comedian, he was also a skilled musician and actor known for his work in films like Ray and Collateral. Jamie's daughter, Corinne Foxx, praises her father's charm while also creating her own path. Corinne, 25, is an actress, model, and works in TV shows. She is famous for co-hosting Beat Shazam and acting in movies. Shift to Damon Wayans Sr. and Damon Wayans Jr. Number 31, Damon Wayans Sr. and Damon Wayans Jr. At age 30, Damon Wayans Sr. was dominating the comedy scene with his impressive work on In Living Color. Damon was one of the top comics of the 1990s. He stood out with his smart humor and unique character. He became well known in comedy and movies by pushing boundaries and using humor to address real-life issues, not just to entertain people. At 30, Damon Wayans Jr. has become a comedian like his father, but with his own unique style. Damon Jr. is famous for his roles in New Girl and Happy Endings. He combines a modern, sharp style with his father's sense of fun. Younger viewers like him because he is funny and puts on good shows. Let's move on to Alfonso Ribeiro and Alfonso Lincoln Ribeiro Jr. Number 30, Alfonso Ribeiro and Alfonso Lincoln Ribeiro Jr. Alfonso Ribeiro was already famous when he was 10 years old. Alfonso was well known for his dance skills in a Pepsi ad with Michael Jackson and his role in the show Silver Spoons, which made him very appealing. He later became famous as Carlton Banks in The Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, where his famous Carlton dance became a pop culture sensation. Though he isn't in the entertainment industry yet, 10-year-old Alfonso Lincoln Ribeiro Jr. shows his father's lively personality. Alfonso Jr. often appears at red carpet events or dances with his dad, and he has the same charm that made his father famous. Shift to Samuel L. Jackson and Zoe Jackson. Number 29, Samuel L. Jackson and Zoe Jackson. Samuel L. Jackson started his playing career at Morehouse College when he was 22 years old. In theater, his passion for storytelling and strong personality made him a standout, but it would take a few more years before he found success in Hollywood. Despite challenges, Samuel's determination and strong voice became the foundation of his famous work in films like Pulp Fiction and The Avengers. Zoe Jackson, Samuel's daughter, prefers to work behind the scenes. At 22, she is focused on creating and leading to build her job in the entertainment industry. Samuel shines on camera, while Zoe's skill is in creating stories behind the scenes. Next up, Tiger Woods and Charlie Woods. Number 28, Tiger Woods and Charlie Woods. Tiger Woods was a golf expert even at the age of 14. In junior events, his accuracy and focus surprised the audience. Tiger was preparing to dominate the game and change how people viewed professional golfers, guided by his father, Earl Woods. At 14 years old, Charlie Woods is very talented, just like his dad. Charlie has impressed people with his skill and calmness when playing against Tiger in events like the PNC Championship. Next up, stay tuned as we look into more inspiring father-son legacies. Number 27, Usher and Navaid Ellie Raymond. By the time he was 12 years old, his amazing voice captivated audiences. He was very talented, singing in his church band and performing at local talent shows. Usher signed with a record company in his teens, and his nice singing and lively dance moves made him an R&B star. With popular songs like You Got It Bad and Yeah, his career took off, and he is one of the most respected singers of his time. Usher's son, Navaid Eli Raymond, stays down to earth because of his father's values, even though he lives in luxury. Navaid enjoys his childhood, playing games and spending time with his family at the age of 12. Even though Navaid hasn't shown much interest in music yet, his close bond with Usher gives him motivation and support. Next up are LL Cool J and Najee Smith, where fashion and fame come together. Number 26, LL Cool J and Najee Smith. By 25, LL Cool J was a rap icon. Releasing his album at just 17, his catchy songs and smooth style dominated the hip-hop scene. Hits like Mama Said Knock You Out and I Need Love showcased his versatility as an artist. LL's confidence and ability to evolve made him one of the first rappers to cross over into acting, paving the way for future stars. Najee Smith, at 25, has taken a different path. While LL built his fame in music and entertainment, Najee focused on fashion and nightlife. Known for organizing events and curating his own unique style, Najee has created a name for himself away from his father's shadow. Let's move on to Terry Crews and Isaiah Cruz. Number 25, Terry Crews and Isaiah Cruz. Terry Crews is a former NFL player, actor, and host of the popular TV show America's Got Talent. His son, Isaiah Cruz, seems to be following in his father's footsteps. He is the star of Nickelodeon's show Hustle, and this is his first major TV role. Time will tell whether Isaiah Cruz will completely follow in his father's footsteps or not, but it will be fun to watch. Let's shift now to Steve Harvey and Wynton Harvey. Number 24, Steve Harvey and Wynton Harvey. Unlike his father's rise to fame, Wynton uses social media to showcase his creativity in photography. Steve became a beloved figure in entertainment because of his determination and ability to connect with people. Steve Harvey was looking for his way in life and had many different jobs to make enough money before he became a comedian. Next up, LeBron James and Bronny James. Number 23, LeBron James and Bronny James. LeBron James was already amazing at the age of 18. Called the Chosen One, he had his high school games shown all over the country and was the first pick in the NBA draft in 2003. LeBron's amazing talent and basketball knowledge proved that he is one of the greatest players ever. LeBron's oldest son, Bronny James, is closely following in his father's footsteps. Bronny, 18 years old, is a high school basketball player from Sierra Canyon who has been drafted by the LA Lakers. His skill and quick movements on the court have impressed many fans. As LeBron's son, Bronny feels a lot of pressure, but his skill and hard work help him build his own identity in sports. Shift to Eddie Murphy and Miles Mitchell Murphy. Number 22, Eddie Murphy and Miles Mitchell Murphy. Eddie Murphy was a great comedian by the age of 26 years old. Eddie became famous on Saturday Night Live and found big success in movies like Beverly Hills Cop, showcasing his unique charm and humor. In the 1980s, his lively stand-up shows and distinct figure helped shape comedy as it is today. Eddie's son, Miles Mitchell Murphy, chose to live a quieter life. Miles, 26, prefers a quiet life now, focusing on his family and personal interests. Next up, Snoop Dogg and Cordell Broadus. Number 21, Snoop Dogg and Cordell Broadus. At 21, Snoop Dogg was becoming a rising star in the hip-hop industry. Dr. Dre recognized him as a talented musician with a relaxed style on The Chronic. Snoop released his album Doggy Style when he was just 21, and it became a groundbreaking record that solidified his status as a rap star. At 21, Cordell Broadus was a skilled football player who started pursuing the arts. Cordell chose fashion, modeling, and cinematography instead of sticking with sports because he wanted to pursue his hobbies. While Snoop builds his music business, Cordell is also making his own mark and showing that ambition runs in the family. Next up, Kanye West and Saint West. Number 20, Kanye West and Saint West. Kanye West at age 7 was a regular kid growing up in Chicago, developing his creative spark. Encouraged by his mother, a teacher, Kanye explored music and art, laying the foundation for his future as a groundbreaking artist and producer. Saint West, at age 7, lives a life of luxury as the son of Kanye and Kim Kardashian. Surrounded by fame, he is already a public figure, attending high-profile events and being featured on social media. While his world is different from Kanye's childhood, Saint's playful energy and charm hinted a bright creative future for him. Next up, Chris Rock and Lola Simone Rock. Number 19, Chris Rock and Lola Simone Rock. At 16, Chris Rock was navigating high school in Brooklyn, using his humor to cope with bullying and challenges. These experiences shaped his comedy, paving the way for his iconic career in stand-up and acting. Lola Simone Rock, at 16, leads a quieter life. Focused on her education, she keeps a low profile despite her father's fame. While she hasn't pursued comedy, Lola is known for her maturity and strong bond with Chris, who often expresses pride in her grounded outlook. Let's move on to Marlon Wayans and Sean Howell Wayans. Number 18, Marlon Wayans and Sean Howell Wayans. At 21, Marlon Wayans was making a name in comedy, working on projects like In Living Color with his famous family. His goofy humor and unique style quickly set him apart in the entertainment world. Sean Howell Wayans, at 21, is focused on basketball, playing at the college level. While Marlon built his legacy in comedy, Sean's dedication to sports showcases his drive to succeed on his own terms. The Wayans family's talent spans generations, but each member forges their own path. Next up, Bobby Brown and Bobby Brown Jr. Number 17, Bobby Brown and Bobby Brown Jr. At 22, Bobby Brown was riding high as a solo artist, with hits like My Prerogative solidifying his place in R&B history. His energy and stage presence made him an unforgettable performer. Bobby Brown Jr., at 22, followed his father into music, releasing songs that highlighted his own talent. While he faced challenges, Bobby Jr. worked to create his own identity in the industry. Tragically, his life was cut short in 2020, leaving a legacy of creativity and resilience. Let's move on to Drake and Adonis Graham. Number 16, Drake and Adonis Graham. At 6 years old, Drake was growing up in Toronto, Canada, far from the fame he would later achieve. Living with his mother, he dreamt of making it big, unaware he'd become a global superstar. Adonis Graham, at 6, lives a vastly different life. As the son of Drake, he's often seen courtside at NBA games and featured in music videos. With a father who encourages his artistic side, Adonis is already part of the spotlight, surrounded by opportunity. Shift to Juvenile and Young Juve. Number 15, Juvenile and Young Juve. At 19, Juvenile was starting his rap career in New Orleans. His raw talent and storytelling earned him recognition in the local scene, leading to his rise with Cash Money Records. Young Juve, at 19, grew up with his father's legacy, but works to establish his own voice in music. Leveraging social media and modern platforms, he navigates the pressures of living up to his father's success while carving his own unique style. Next up, Big Hit and Hit Boy. Number 14, Big Hit and Hit Boy. At 36, Big Hit was rebuilding his life after facing setbacks. While music remained a passion, challenges kept him from reaching his full potential in the industry. Hit Boy, at 36, is a celebrated music producer, working with legends like Jay-Z and Nas. His ability to create hits reflects not just talent, but also lessons learned from his father's experiences. Let's move to Ice-T and Tracy Merrow Jr. Number 13, Ice-T and Tracy Merrow Jr. At 33, Ice-T was a pioneer in gangster rap. Albums like Rhyme Pays and Power established him as a voice of the streets, blending authenticity with mainstream appeal. Tracy Merrow Jr., at 33, carries his father's legacy in music, performing with Ice-T's metal band, Body Count. While their styles differ, Tracy's passion and talent shine on stage, proving music is a family affair. Shift to E40 and Droopy. Number 12, E40 and Droopy. At 36, E40 was a hip-hop legend, known for his innovative style and entrepreneurial spirit. His contributions to Bay Area rap set him apart as an industry trailblazer. Droopy, at 36, followed his father into music, becoming a respected producer and rapper himself. Blending classic influences with modern sounds, Droopy continues to honor his father's legacy while forging his own path in the industry. Shift to Kevin Hart and Hendrix Hart. Number 11, Kevin Hart and Hendrix Hart. At 17, Kevin Hart was growing up in Philadelphia, finding ways to make others laugh even during tough times. Humor became his escape and would later define his career as one of the most successful comedians. Hendrix Hart, at 17, enjoys the privileges his father worked so hard to provide. Raised with strong family values, Hendrix shows interest in creative fields like fashion and music. Kevin ensures his children understand the importance of hard work, setting Hendrix up for a bright future. Next up, Anthony Anderson and Nathan Anderson. Number 10, Anthony Anderson and Nathan Anderson. At 24, Anthony Anderson was a young actor fresh out of Howard University, chasing his dream. Taking on small roles, he worked tirelessly to prove himself, eventually breaking into Hollywood. Nathan Anderson, at 24, follows in his father's footsteps, attending Howard University and exploring acting. While Nathan benefits from Anthony's guidance, he's committed to carving his own path in the entertainment world, blending ambition with talent. Shift to Omari Hardwick and Brave Hardwick. Number 9, Omari Hardwick and Brave Hardwick. At 12, Omari Hardwick was a bright and athletic kid in Decatur, Georgia, focused on sports and poetry. His creativity and discipline laid the foundation for his acting career. Brave Hardwick, at 12, lives a life filled with opportunity thanks to her father's success. Omari and his wife instill humility and strong values in their children, ensuring Brave grows up grounded and inspired. Let's move to 50 Cent and Marquise Jackson. Number 8, 50 Cent and Marquise Jackson. At 27 years old, 50 Cent was a global sensation. His debut album, Get Rich or Die Tryin', became a cultural phenomenon, solidifying his status as a rap icon and businessman. Marquise Jackson, at 27, has a more complex story. While their relationship has been strained, Marquise works on defining his identity outside of his father's shadow, exploring acting and entrepreneurship. Next up, Jay-Z and Sir Carter. Number 7, Jay-Z and Sir Carter. At 6, Jay-Z was growing up in Brooklyn, far from the luxury he would later achieve. His early exposure to music sparked a passion that shaped his rise to rap stardom. Sir Carter, at 6, lives a life of privilege as the son of Jay-Z and Beyoncé. Already in the spotlight, he's part of a legacy that blends creativity, fame, and opportunity. Shift to Shaquille O'Neal and Sharif O'Neal. Number 6, Shaquille O'Neal and Sharif O'Neal. At 19 years old, Shaquille O'Neal was a dominant force at LSU, showcasing his size and skill on the court. His incredible talent promised a legendary NBA career. Sharif O'Neal, at 19, follows in his father's footsteps as a basketball player. Despite facing health challenges, Sharif's determination and passion for the game reflect his father's influence and resilience. Next up, Idris Elba and Winston Elba. Number 5, Idris Elba and Winston Elba. At 8 years old, Idris Elba was a young boy in London, dreaming of the stage and already showing interest in music. His career ambition laid the groundwork for his success. Winston Elba, at 8, enjoys a life shaped by his father's fame, attending movie premieres and global events. Idris ensures Winston grows up with humility and curiosity, inspired by his creative legacy. Let's move on to Dwayne Wade and Zaire Wade. Number 4, Dwayne Wade and Zaire Wade. At 18 years old, Dwayne Wade was making waves in high school basketball. His determination and talent led him to Marquette University, setting the stage for an NBA career. Zaire Wade, at 18, follows in his father's footsteps, showcasing his skills on the court. While comparisons to his father are inevitable, Zaire's focus and work ethic ensure he's building his own legacy. Shift to Will Smith and Jaden Smith. Number 3, Will Smith and Jaden Smith. At 20 years old, Will Smith was rising as a rapper, winning the first Grammy for rap music in 1989. His transition into acting soon made him a household name. Jaden Smith, at 20, has already starred in hit films like The Karate Kid and released his album Sire. While Jaden benefited from his father's fame for sure, he's worked hard to prove his own artistic talent. Next up, Denzel Washington and John David Washington. Number 2, Denzel Washington and John David Washington. At 30 years old, Denzel Washington was building his career, starring in St. Elsewhere and earning his reputation for his charisma and skill. His breakout was just around the corner. John David Washington, at 30, transitioned from football to acting, earning acclaim in Ballers and Black K Klansman. Following his father's path, he's established himself as a star in his own right. Now shift to Ice Cube and O'Shea Jackson Jr. Number 1, Ice Cube and O'Shea Jackson Jr. At 25 years old, Ice Cube had already left NWA and launched a successful solo career. Known for his raw lyrics and storytelling, he became a pioneer in hip-hop. O'Shea Jackson Jr., at 25, gained fame playing his father in Straight Outta Compton. His performance earned praise, proving he inherited Ice Cube's talent while forging his own career in acting. If you enjoyed this, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more amazing stories. Click on the next video popping up on your screen to continue exploring incredible father-son legacies.